Everybody loves a good show, and the after party is where we celebrate that show. Imagine that life is the show.
Join us, Tam and Porschia, at the after party where we'll celebrate life, the good, the bad,
and the ugly. This is where things get real, because that's life, and we're going to keep it real.
And if you want to laugh, cry, and be real, this is the show for you.
Come party with us.
Hey, Tam.
Hey, Porschia. We are here at the after party, girl. Finally.
Yes, we finally made it. It's been a long time coming.
Mama, we made it. We are here today to talk about Juneteenth. I'm going to give y'all a little definition of Juneteenth, how it started, just a little background. Juneteenth is short for June 19th, and it marks the day when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865 to take control of the state and ensure that all enslaved people be freed. The troops' arrival came a full 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth honors the end to slavery in the United States and is considered the longest running African American holiday. On June 17, 2021, it officially became a federal holiday. So, Porschia, when is the first time you heard or can remember hearing about Juneteenth?
I feel like it was maybe like 2018. I started hearing people celebrating it around here in Chicago and kind of making a big deal about it. And I feel like the next year I was ready. Like, me and my family got to have our Juneteenth shirts. We finna celebrate our freedom. Okay. Not the other folks' freedom, but our freedom.
Right.
I stopped buying into I stopped buying into the red, white, and blue, and I put my money towards this. Period.
Okay. So I feel like my experience is a little bit different. I think I always heard about it like growing up, but I don't ever really remember it being something celebrated.
Yeah.
And if it were celebrated, it wasn't being celebrated in my town or that I knew about. And maybe people were celebrating it privately because it wasn't like a public thing at the time. But I think that I didn't really even start taking it seriously until during the pandemic when we were having all of the racial uprisings. And then I was like, you know what? I need to be celebrating my people, my folks, us. And so I started, thinking about it a little more seriously. And in 2021, when it was official, my company did not acknowledge it as a federal. They didn't give us that day off, right? And so at the end of the year, they changed our holiday structure. And so they gave us the major federal holidays, and then they used to give us like the day after Thanksgiving and the day after Christmas, and those days was given to us. So they took those days away and they instead gave us 5 flex holidays that we can use however we see fit. And to me, I really, really think they did that so that they didn't have to give us Juneteenth, but be like, if you want to take off, do your thing. And so I always took off every job I ever worked. I always took off for Martin Luther King Day, and whether they gave it to us or not. And I would tell them point blank, I ain't coming in. I'm Black. I'm staying home. I won't be there. Do whatever y'all got to do. I ain't coming in. So I was like, last year, I was like, Juneteenth, I'm Black. I'm staying home. Don't call me. I'm not available.
Yes.
Power to the people. Power to the people. So, so now I'm taking it a little more seriously and want to know more, want to dive a little deeper, which is one of the reasons why I really wanted to try to have this discussion today, because I feel like we only know what we know. and we got to start talking about it. We got to ingrain it in our children the same way they ingrained the 4th of July in us. Now, I'm not going to stop celebrating the 4th of July.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Because I'm going to eat the drinks and eat the food and see the fireworks and do all the things.
Exactly.
But I am going to be intentional about giving Juneteenth the same amount of love. So I'm going to be bringing my people together to celebrate that as well.
Yeah. And my job did make it, when they did make it a federal holiday in 2021, my job did make it a federal holiday for us as well, because they give us certain federal holidays. I mean, they give us all the federal holidays as well, but they added that one to it, which was great. So now I get it off of work, praise God. And I enjoy it. And I have since every year, like, we got to find something to do. Like, go to a festival or something they're doing to promote our people. And last year I actually sang in a festival or whatever.
Wow.
They call it, but whatever.
What did you sing?
I sung background with my friend. Okay.
But what was the song? I
wasn't headlining. I forgot, what did we sing? I don't know. We sang a bunch of songs. But it was a bunch of different people, a bunch of different artists, Black artists and stuff like that got up there. It was like sets. They had a dance squad. It was really, really nice. In the park, in the city, inner city. They had jumping houses for the kids. They had raffles. They had all types of stuff. Vendor tables, food trucks. It was really amazing. They did an excellent job. And it was, I really enjoyed it. It was free for you and the kids.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
I might need to put together something.
Yeah, come on. Tam with Juneteenth.
It ain't going to happen this Juneteenth because it's already among us, but you know.
It's 5 minutes from today. It's now. It's today.
It's now. It's right now. So, next year maybe. I have a whole year to plan.
You got a whole year plan. So,
it's going to be big. I don't know what it's going to be.
But it has to be, because
that's what I do. I do big things.
Exactly. We do things up here. We're never down here. We're up here with it.
Never down here. Always up here. You know, me and my folks.
Right.
My peoples. What do we got going on for this episode? Tell me all about it.
So now we have our cocktail of the episode. Okay. And today's cocktail of the episode is already open. It is the Black Girl Magic Riesling. Okay. And it's very yummy, actually.
Very.
I really enjoyed this. It's 12% alcohol for those who care about percentages, because I am one. And it is really, really tasty. So cheers to us, Tam.
Cheers. And our inaugural Juneteenth episode of the After Party Pod. Listen, y'all, we are really excited to be here with you guys and to celebrate Juneteenth and all things Black Girl Magic.
Yes, because we are Black Girl Magic.
Period. We are. We sprinkling a little magic on
the side. Just a little bit. I don't know. Just a little bit.
So, Portia.
What?
Guess who's coming to party?
Oh, girl. You know I love that.
Coach Josh Smalls is coming to party with us today. He is going to give us a little spoken word, a little Black boy magic. I'm so excited to have him join us today. So, Coach Josh, what you got for us?
Dear America KKK, I am not your nigga. You see, this nigga attitude and demeanor you attach to me, it has no match for me. And actually, I see how it's become part of your twisted fantasy so quite naturally. The man in me can't pride himself in any image you portray of me. So you naming me means little to nothing. You should be mindful of the things you say to me, you see. It's the evil that men do, that twist and bend the mental of men who pretend to befriend you. Again, that is what evil men do. And adding to the prize despised by your heavy lies is you who made proud to be black seem unlawful through your deviled eyes. And see, I I have been victim to your system from day one. Never have they made one who can train one to be a slave son from day one until you, so dear America KKK. Please explain your fascination with vaccination within the black nation. How does your legislation skip past education and skydive headfirst into the lap of incarceration? Parole and probation is elimination on your horizon because the secrets that reside in the core of your homeland terrorizing don't make it seem so surprising. So dear America KKK, this letter is not a hatred for you. Although I hate what you do and really can't take much more of you, I'm balls to the walls with you with this God you trust. You see, he must be a God of lust, and thus that God of lust could never be a true God to us. So dear America KKK, there's so much more that I need to say. But at the end of the day, if you hate us so much, explain to me, why you brought us here anyway, dear America KKK.
Oh my God.
So amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, good job. Yes, he did that.
People. Josh is amazing. He is one of our very lovely TikTok friends, family, bros.
That is our brother now. Yes,
our brother.
He's our day one.
He's ours, okay? But if you would like to find Ja, because he also has books of poetry, he has his own journaling session. His name on TikTok is Coach Ja Smalls. Okay, you can find him on TikTok, YouTube, Amazon, all the things. He is at all the places, and as you can see, he got the skills. So go check him out.
He got it.
Shout out to our
check him out. Shout out to Ja. Thank you so much for doing this for us today. We know that you could have been anywhere, but the fact that you were here with us today, we appreciate it so much. We love you. We love you, Ja.
So Tam, you know what time it is, girl. It's time to party.
Hey. Let's get it. Hey.
Yes.
So listen, we need to dive a little deeper on this subject of Juneteenth. So in my research, these are some of the things that I came across. And so let's get into it. It says in my research, the former slaves immediately began to celebrate with prayer, feasting, song, and dance. The following year, on June 19th, the first official Juneteenth celebrations took place in Texas. So they was always having a good time and partying down there in Texas.
Clearly, how we missed that?
And we just ain't know what was going on. The news hadn't gotten to us yet. You know, we didn't know that us was free. The news hadn't traveled up north yet. Down south,
they didn't get it over yonder yet. They only had it over there.
Yeah. But you know, they say they do things bigger in Texas, so maybe that's why we ain't know about it yet.
Maybe that was what was going on.
We didn't know. They say the original observances included prayer meetings and the singing of spirituals, and celebrants wore new clothes as a way of representing their newfound freedom. And you know we gonna wear a new outfit.
You got a new shirt on today?
Got on a new shirt. Celebrate Juneteenth. Power to the people.
We in here. You know how we stepping.
Get into it.
Every Easter, every Christmas,
Listen, every time you go outside, we getting a new outfit.
Who that? It's us.
New outfit. Who? Okay. Within a few years, African Americans and other states were celebrating the day as well, but still not here because I don't remember them telling me, making it an annual tradition. Also, they say that the celebrations continued across the United States into the 21st century, and typically, again, included prayer and religious services, speeches, educational events, family gatherings, and picnics, festivals with music, food, and dancing. And I want to give you this quote that I found online when I was doing my research, because this thing was deep to me. And the quote is, "Nobody's free until everybody's free." Fannie Lou Hamer. So I want to ask you, Portia, do you feel free? Uh-oh. 16.
Tam,
Tell me.
I could really go on a whole tangent here, but I'm not
Go
gonna.
ahead. We got time today.
In some instances, I'm just gonna say no. No, no, I don't really feel free because I don't feel like, and me and my grandmother was actually having this conversation the other day. I don't feel like the same opportunities that others are afforded here in this US of A are not given to us in the same quantity. Okay. And they like to say that we have access because we were born here and all of those great things. But the reality is it's all types of rules and things put in place to kind of keep us in a box. And that's no matter where you go in corporate America, whatever, you try to go get, if you try to become an entrepreneur and get a small business loan, it's just so many things that stacked against us. Our economical neighborhoods, like all of this stuff, our educational system, everything. And if I truly felt free, if I truly believe that even though I went to the same charter school as a friend that was of a different background or whatever, and I'm thinking we're starting at the same placement, right? But in reality, we're not. We're not. We may be getting the same education, but maybe my home situation is different than their home situation. Maybe they're in a house and I'm in an apartment, or whatever the situation is, and I'm not knocking nobody for being in those positions. It's just like, when you, and I say this a lot in my life has been struggle. All I knew was struggle. Like, getting out the gutter. Like, it's like you gotta strive, work hard, do whatever. My mama worked multiple jobs, overnight shifts, all just to make ends meet. Okay, be able to feed me and my brother every day. Like, it's different. It's different. I don't care what they say, and they're like, "Oh, y'all lazy, y'all not taking advantage of the opportunities. Y'all trying to give us problems every which way we turn." And yes, there are some success stories. I'm not saying that no Black people are successful. There are. But it's much harder for us to get the recognition and the respect than our counterpart or our peer. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I just don't, and especially as a Black woman, goodbye. No, I'm over it. I'm over it. Okay. What?
I agree with you, Portia. When you said how we have struggled from the beginning and we don't have the same opportunities, but let's start all the way back with our social security number. They put us in a box from day one. They like, we gonna make sure you know
what they is.
Yep. Off top.
Yeah.
So we're always working from digging ourselves out, right?
Yeah.
You're digging yourself out from the beginning.
Yep.
It's already stacked against you before you even leave the hospital.
Yeah, that's great. And even back to the whole point of Juneteenth, right? Like, the emancipation happened and they still weren't free. Like, people like, no, we gonna hold them captive because these are ours.
The revolution will not be televised. They're not gonna let you know that anything changed.
And they constantly did different things and implemented different things to keep people in a place. Like, and I don't even know if they have social security numbers then, child. Listen, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's always something just because of the color of our skin. And that's the most painful part of it for me. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand how you can have so much hatred in your heart towards somebody because simply the color of their skin. Like, that's crazy.
Listen, I remember the day that man, that former president, was elected. Mm-hmm. It was like being in a nightmare that I couldn't get out of. And I remember, because I took my daughter with me. Shout out to my court. I took Courtney with me to go vote, and that was her first time voting. And we stood in lines, and I was like, listen, when you get up there, you need to do this, this, and this. Make sure if you don't select it unless it say this, this, and the whole thing. And I remember when the numbers started coming in. I'm about to cry right now. I remember when the numbers started coming in. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was thinking the entire time, like, there is no way.
Me too.
There is no way America would do this.
Me too. I was delusional too, Sam.
And I was so frustrated with the people that was saying, I ain't voting at all, and this and that, whatever.
Oh
and I remember I said, I'm going to sleep. I just couldn't take it no more. I was like, I'm going to bed. And I was hearing it in my sleep, the numbers coming in and the updates. And I literally was like, this got to be, a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the morning to find out that it was true. And I just closed my eyes and pulled the covers over my head. I even changed the channel because I was like, I can't listen to this anymore. And so my daughter called me and was like, Mom, how you feel? And I bust out crying. And I was like, you don't even know how bad. I was like, it's not even for me that I'm weeping. It's for y'all. Because y'all don't even know what y'all have done. And I ain't saying, y'all, but I'm saying this generation, all of the millennials that was saying, I don't believe in none of this. I ain't voting. I was like, you don't even know what is about to happen. And immediately he started making it happen. Writing in executive orders to take away people's rights, to undo years and years and years of history. He was doing with a stroke of a pen. He was doing things that no one else had ever done. He was bucking the system in ways, not showing his taxes. Like, it started from way back then. No other president had ever been elected without revealing his tax. Like, he was just doing one thing after another, and it was just happening right before my eyes. I could not believe it. But what it did was force me to educate myself and to start learning some more things, because some of the things he was doing or undoing, we didn't even realize these things could be undone, that it wasn't like illegal, it wasn't a law, it was just a precedent that had been set, but it was no legal basis. And so I didn't even realize those things until he was doing them. And I was learning a lot of things. So if anything, I can thank him for all the things we learned during that time. And if you didn't learn anything, go back and get yourself educated, because it is so important to really understand the laws.
Yes.
Because that's another way that they keep us shackled.
Absolutely. It's the ignorance of it all.
Y'all
got to worry about that. Y'all, they don't know what's going on, so we can write this in there too. They think it's one thing.
Yeah, we can slide that in.
Three things. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I was with you. I could not sleep that night. I could not go to sleep. I remember my person at the time was like, come on, let's go to bed. No, I got to see this through. Because I just could not believe, like, what I saw. Like, it's literally a real race. Like, y'all literally, like, and I think when the final results came in, I think I was so devastated that the reality finally hit me in the face that this is how your country really feels.
Like, exactly. Because they didn't want a woman so bad that they would elect a person with absolutely no political background. He had no idea what he was doing. And they were like, he couldn't even run his businesses with.
That part. All the man
and
did
you
right
let
was
him run your country, the whole world was laughing at us.
all the man did was
The
be a man.
whole world's laughing at me.
All he did was be white and a man. That
That's
it.
all.
That
That's all.
oh, I'm sorry, and spew hate. So there's that because a lot of them love that. Oh, he's
And
just
baby, that trickle down effect led to George Floyd's death.
oh, it led to so Roe versus Wade being reversed. It led to so much. Still, it led to people being in position today to even be governors and senators over states to the point that they're now running for president.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would have never been able to be put in that position had this idiot not been put in that position. Like, it's so painful and it's so hurtful. And to believe you're bringing children into this world, or you have brought children into this world, and they're going to have to experience this same hate, this same feeling, the devastation of it all. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. And I can only imagine, like, I talk to my grandmothers, like, they're in their 70s, knocking on 80. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hearing their perspective, they've seen a lot. They lived through the civil rights movement and all that type of stuff. But for them to see it to this point, it's just like, what are we doing? And I know a lot of Black people would make the statement like, oh, I couldn't have lived back then during slavery, right?
You is living in it right now.
In it now. It just looks different. But yeah, it's just, they got you in other types of fields and other types of bondage and these different jobs and all this type of stuff. And they won't let you think you can get more than that. Like, this is all your work. But yeah, they still got us picking the cotton. Just a different way. It's just a different form. It's just a different look or whatever. We
Absolutely.
think we making it, or we still got the Uncle Toms of the folks. We still got the people that it's not that bad. You guys are just dramatic and you don't work for anything. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
It is that bad. It's actually probably worse than we know.
And they try to pronounce us in front of all the derogatory looking things or all the bad stuff that they deem bad, like the link and all that type of stuff. And stamps and need public housing and all this type of stuff. But when you do the statistics, we are not the number ones in the minds, okay? So stop it. Just stop it. Enough.
But they want us to believe it. They have been perpetuating these things for so long that we start speaking it into existence. So I always talk about this. When they have portrayed us as animals.
Yes.
And they're always like Black on Black crime, right? And it burns my britches when I hear us saying that, because they have crime in their neighborhood, white on white crime. It is not about we are committing crimes against one another, like we're going out seeking to commit a crime against another Black person. Crime is committed in your community. It doesn't have anything to do with Black on Black crime. So you're saying I should leave my Black neighborhood that I know how to commit crime in this Black neighborhood and go to the gated white community and get trapped in there and get caught, and I don't know what I'm doing. That doesn't happen. Yeah. They commit crimes against one another, but it is not displayed on the 7:00 news. You know what I'm saying? So now, but ours is, they putting us on Front Street because it is to perpetuate this whole idea that we are animals. And the fact that we continue to say that about ourselves, it's one of the most frustrating conversations that I have had with my people. Stop talking about your folks like that. Yeah. Seriously, they are doing enough damage. Why are we doing it? Why are we on social media condemning one another? Like, even if this is a conversation you want to have amongst your folks, Do it in your living room. But why are you on social media amping up this story that they're already selling us? It's a narrative that they are selling us, and we are biting continually.
They want us to believe it because they keep us in that box. Back to the box.
They out there killing their parents and carrying on, and they get to go to a mental facility when they kill their whole family.
Momentary insanity.
It was a crime of passion.
They're out the what's the word?
We don't get those benefits.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get those benefits. Right now there is a football player on trial
today.
A former football player, Travis Rudolph, in Florida.
Of course, because Florida be Florida.
Girlfriend went, called her brother and them, little Pookie and them. He put his hands on me. Like, it's a whole text trail going on. She like, go shoot this shit up. It's a whole thing. They know it.
Yep.
4 people show up at his door. Now, that's the 4 that knocked on the door. I don't know who was out there in the car.
Exactly.
He shoot their asses up. Y'all came on my property.
Yep.
He don't have the benefit of stand your ground.
Because they said it started off as a fight. Him and his brother was fighting the people. And then he left the fight. And the fight apparently moved from his property.
Trayvon Martin was walking down the street and this man followed him, shot him from behind, and killed him. And they said he had the right to stand your ground. What ground was he standing? The boy was walking down the street. Minding his business. But this man in his home being harassed by 4 dudes, he's supposed to just let them come beat him up?
And they got it all on camera.
All on camera. But the analyst was on there like, I don't even know why this is a trial. I don't even know why we're here.
You know why?
Well, that was their point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if this had been one of our clear counterparts, we would not be here. This would have been thrown out a long time ago. They're saying that, you know, he used so much force and ammunition and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I don't know what is on the other side of that door. All I know is these dudes was bold enough to come here.
To pull up on me.
They got to go. They came here. They got to go. I'm going to wait and be like, so do y'all have guns or knives?
Are y'all coming to kill me? What should I do?
What are we doing here before I decide what I need to do next? No, I'm going to defend my home and my family.
Period. Every time.
This man is on a trial for his life right now.
And could possibly get life. Like, it's straight life. No, nothing.
Because the odds are not ever in our favor.
Ever. And we always get the harsher punishments. We always get the book thrown at us. We always get made the example out of. We always get all the best of whatever the possibilities are from 1 to 10. We always gonna get 10. Always. Because they don't care about us. And Black Lives Matter.
Nothing has changed.
At the beginning of time. Let's be clear. Y'all the ones that invalidated our lives. But now we're taking that power back. And that's why we celebrate such days as Juneteenth. Because we have to.
We're still
fighting for our freedom. Still.
It needs to be more important to our people. And we need to know our rights. If you want to take the day off,
take your day.
You should take your day off.
Mm-hmm.
You should. You should make them respect you and your position and what you bring.
Yes.
You should make them respect that.
Yes.
By not showing up that day.
Respect my authority. Listen.
I love that.
For real. That's real though. Like, we gotta stop working ourselves to the bone for these jobs and companies that if you drop dead today, you will be dead in the grave and they gonna replace you within 40
No. If you drop dead on your job, they gonna step over your body, go on to HR and pull up those other resumes that they had that they said they was gonna keep on file. While somebody else, probably somebody sitting next to you that's like you, is calling 911.
That part.
They already replacing you.
That part. And that's just the honest to God truth. So
that's the honest to God truth. Because the business must go on.
Yes. So
you need to be making sure that your business, your life goes on. That you are celebrating you every chance you get, because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
They not. They just made it a federal holiday. Okay? Take your holiday. Go to a prayer meeting, a spiritual gathering, a festival, or whatever.
Create one if you don't have one to go to.
Yes. Get you some new clothes. Make yourself feel good. Buy into the cultures. Support small Black businesses that are making t-shirts.
That is the time. That is the
things. Like,
time to do it. Yes,
do it. We should do that every day anyway. Okay.
All the liquors I drink on Juneteenth is gonna be Black folk liquors. I'm gonna even put up my Kettle One for the day.
Who you gonna drink?
Girl, I don't know yet. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, this Black Girl Riesling is doing me pretty good, so I might just.
It is, but I can't drink a lot of wine because I'm trying to get my girlish figure back. In case I get me a husband, he might want,
I think he'll like all that cushion.
I think he would too.
All that cushion for the pushing.
I mean, your girl's still bad, like Black Girl Magic.
Now,
but I won't be drinking this too much more. But
you gotta finish the bottle.
I'm gonna finish the bottle before we done.
Oh well, let me catch up. My
bad. Catch up, girl, catch up. You don't hear me over here giggling? That's because I'm drinking the bottle.
Have me up all night.
No, it's not. It's gonna make you sleep real good. You're gonna sleep. You gonna wake up tomorrow. You gonna be like, oh my God, I had a wonderful talk about Juneteenth. Let me look up and see what other information I can find while I finish my Black Girl Magic Riesling for breakfast.
For breakfast? Oh, that sounds good.
I might have this for my coffee chat.
I'm here for it.
That coffee chat gonna be forever lit.
Yes. Let's do it.
We need to start pushing some Black artists and novelists and poetry and designers and all the things, because if we don't support each other, they're not wearing our stuff.
Hello. Yes,
but they stealing our stuff
all the time.
Speaking of which,
Walmart.
Oh God, what did Walmart do? Tell me.
No, I'm just saying, like Walmart and them are now selling Juneteenth ice cream, Juneteenth clothes, Juneteenth this, Juneteenth that. Okay, they're making the monies off of us. We have to support our people.
Go to Target and buy the Black artists, the Black designers stuff that's in there.
I don't think Target had a line this year. I thought that to be odd, but whatever. I looked them up when I was looking for stuff, and I was like, oh, they ain't got nothing out for Juneteenth this year?
Well, they have like a whole Black designer section now, so maybe it's just over there.
Yeah, maybe in stores. It wasn't nothing online this year, but that's cool. Maybe it's Black
Yeah,
History.
maybe you just gotta. Maybe they don't have actual Juneteenth stuff, but because they have decided to give Black designers a little cubby
Oh look, yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah. Probably
So
gotta
you
go
need to go to the cubby over there,
go surf through there.
back there over there.
Mhm.
So I was going to say, speaking of stealing stuff, I was on TT today.
TT is TikTok for those who don't know.
Do you follow Mahogany Music?
No.
Okay. So she's a comedian that posts content on TikTok. And she always starts her little skit with, hey, real quick. And then she go into her little spiel.
Okay.
So some time ago, she had posted this video. And it basically was like, hey, real quick, God, my boy, these selection man that you got down here, yeah, ain't really a good selection, whatever, da da da. So
I saw that.
okay. So today she posted this clear lady posted a video just like that, talking to God, word for word what she said in her video. She just stole it.
No,
Word for word.
shit.
Word for word. So she posted it, and then she put a little clip in there and was like, hey, real quick. Yeah, she was like, I didn't know that they had karaoke for content. She went in on how this lady just stole her stuff. She was like, I mean, I heard of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't know if I'm Peter or Paul in this scenario. She just went in. But the lady literally stole her whole spiel word for word. And she said, how you gonna steal my meat and don't put no seasoning on it? Check her out. She's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, but they was just steal our stuff, repurpose it, and
Blow up. Get paid.
they've been doing that since the beginning of time. If you ever watched Dreamgirls,
Mm-hmm.
5 Heartbeats, all that was happening way back then. Black groups was trying to get put on. They would make a song, and the white people would steal it and put it on the radio, and you'd be like, wait.
Got me a Cadillac.
Got me a Cadillac car. Oh, I've got me.
Jesus. Right? And because because we don't have the means, because we don't have the access,
we don't have the backing.
Yeah, the backing, the fun, all that type of stuff, we get walked over. Like, shut up, you can't do it. I can do it because my skin color is nicer than yours. And
we are not educating ourselves. So we need to be making sure that not only are we celebrating and partying and going to church services during Juneteenth, but we also take this time to really educate ourselves, to figure out what we should be doing, what we could be doing, what are the laws that benefit us. We've not done that for so long, and that's why we're so far behind.
Yes.
And we need to make a change, and we need to start today. Today is the day that we make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Start now. There's no time like the present.
Financial literacy.
All of that. Listen, I talk about that all the time because in their community, they are teaching little Timmy and little Billy about their money. They are setting up investment funds and credit cards and all of this stuff to build their credit even before they open their eyes good, right? we are so busy struggling to stay above water that we don't have time to start those things and all of that type of planning for our children. And so once they go out on their own, they are figuring it out like we had to figure it out. And it takes them so long to get where they are already at.
Yep. They already got all the tools, all the skills, all
Because mom and them been struggling from the beginning of time.
yeah.
And so they had time to sit you down and say, this how you save, this what you want to do about this is why your credit is important. They didn't have time for that.
No.
Back then they was like cash is king.
Yep.
They didn't realize the importance of your credit. Because it's not really just about your credit. It's not really just about whether you can go out and get something on loan, basically. It's about being able to afford that car note a lot cheaper because you have a better credit standing. So now it's going to cost you that much less to
Yep.
get this car.
Yep.
The same car that you and I purchased, if I have 750 credit score or better, I'm going to probably pay a couple $100s or more cheaper than what you are going to pay if you have a 500 credit score
Yep.
for the same price car.
Yep.
But we don't know that growing up. All we know is we need to figure out how to pay the rent and put some food in this refrigerator.
That part. Survive. Just survive.
Survive. We are just trying to survive.
They
And by
just-
the time we get to the point of thriving, you be 50. But not looking a day over 31. Come on, black girl magic.
Black girl magic.
Okay? Listen, I'm still looking youthful, but I got some gray hairs of wisdom up in there.
That's okay. That's okay though. That's okay though. Yeah, it's something. It's a struggle. But we don't have to remain on that struggle bus. We can continue to educate ourselves, gather with ourselves, get in tune when this time comes for the celebration. But also all throughout the year, try to look into different programs and different things you can even start up if you want to gather some people. Get in tune with the system. Get the tools and the skills that we need to be able to leave our children inheritance so they can have an inheritance to pass on to their children and to their children. Like, we can do this. We don't have to take, it doesn't take that long, but we have to recondition our minds from what they have already conditioned us to believe that we are less than. We are not. We are just as valuable. We are just as equal. We are wonderful and fearfully made. We are all the things. We are awesome. We are amazing. We are all of that. Okay?
We need to be speaking life and not death. And maybe we need to start going into some of these school systems and figuring out how we can educate our children. Because I always have said, why don't they teach a financial literacy class in high school? Why don't they teach them? They're teaching them college preparedness, but they can't even figure out what to do when them colleges be offering them all those student credit cards and they then jacked up their credit even before they're able to get out on their own. You know who's doing that? Us, not them, because mama and them already got all of their credit.
They already set it up. You know, the Rockefeller family are known rich family. And you know how they started their wealth? Life insurance policies. Every time one of them have a baby, they take out $1 million life insurance policy. From the moment that baby is born until the death. That's how they keep their money growing. And that's how they keep their wealth. That's just one way. Just one way. We just now recently, in a recent year, started getting life insurance policies on our people. And we still struggle with that and got to do GoFundMes and everything to help bury somebody. Like, but we set up, we don't know this. They don't teach us this. They don't want us to know these simple little things that you can do to prevent yourself from being in debt and prevent yourself from being put in situations that you gotta go into further debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why I'm saying, like, we gotta spread the wealth, spread the education. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Spread, share it with somebody. I'm all about that. Like, I'm never gonna be a gatekeeper. Never gonna try to keep something for me and mine. Like, oh, it's enough for all of us. If we just bind together, we can do such great things, and that's what they're afraid of. That's why they want to keep us in bondage.
But that's also our fault because we don't bind together. We don't join together.
Yeah,
we don't celebrate each other. We don't elevate each other. We don't support one another. We are crabs in a barrel, and they know that. But that is also something they instilled in us.
The condition.
Way back on the plantation when they was putting me in the house with Massa, and they had all my brothers and sisters that was a little darker skinned out there working in the fields, and then they had me deciding who get to eat what, when, and whatever, and then it started making you feel high and mighty. It make you feel above them instead of making sure that you're supporting them and taking care of them and making sure that they get all the same things that you get. Instead, you start becoming me. It's all about me. I'm so amazing. Master my daddy too.
Hello.
And turning your back on your people.
Yeah.
Those days have got to be gone. They've got to be gone because they are killing us in the streets and getting away with it. That woman that ran over those people in was Charlottesville, Virginia, and walked out of the court a free woman. They know she did it. It was their fault for standing there.
The fact that they can go into our churches, our safe havens, and places where we are just there to commune with our God and kill us and walk out, not be carried out, dead. We'll walk out, get a meal, then
not just walk out, but they put you in a bulletproof vest to make sure that we can't do nothing.
We are not free until all of us is free. That statement could not be no truer. And I just want to say this too, to that point, to that quote. Just because it's not happening to you does not invalidate who it's happening to.
Oh my God, that's such a good point.
Period. I do not care. If I've never experienced being police brutality, that does not matter. The fact that someone else has, and it's a possibility that it could happen, is still a problem. It's a problem. And we have to stand together. We cannot say, I have to experience that. That ain't never been they'll never do me like that. Oh, so that it doesn't matter because it didn't happen to you or it didn't happen to somebody that you love and care about. It does not matter. Somebody's child was killed in the streets in front of everybody. That would matter to you because it could be your baby.
I worry about my Ari. I am trying so hard to let go and let him grow up and become the young man that he is supposed to be, that he is destined to be.
I know that's right.
But, so my Ari has a 65% hearing loss in both ears. And I am constantly worried that he might not hear the commands. They don't know he can't hear.
They don't.
Are they going to listen to him? Are they going to give him a moment to? No, they're not. And I am always worried about that. I want him to go out and be free and do his thing, but I am constantly worried. What if he can't hear them? What if he can't hear what they're shouting? He wears hearing aids, yes, but if multiple people are talking at the same time, he cannot make out the conversation.
Yeah.
I know it's true. They told me that that would be an issue. It's not a noise canceling device. If everybody is talking, it just sounds like a lot of noise. So if he's approached by multiple police and they are shouting, "Get on the ground, get on," he may not hear them. I worry all the time.
They'll be like, he wasn't listening. It's his
He
fault.
didn't listen to our commands.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no real. They haven't. Maybe that's something I need to invent. I'm not gonna say it. I was about to say it, but I'm about to invent something. Damn it! I'm destined for greatness.
Come on, mama. Black girl magic. Cheers.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll call you offline and I'll tell you what we about to create.
Because what we are as a people are innovative. We built this.
Absolutely.
Period.
We have been creating and revolutionizing things from the beginning of time that they have been stealing, recreating, and claiming for themselves for years.
And when they give us scraps, we make gold.
Absolutely.
Everything we touch turns to gold. And that's why they want to keep us in this little box. Because the more ignorant we are, the more we don't realize our power, and the more they can just suck it up out of us.
They know that if we band together, we would be powerful and mighty. And that is the reason why they continue to plant and sow the seeds of division. And if we continue to listen to them and continue to spew the hatred that they are giving and feeding us, we are always going to be down. That's why we are still down, even all of these years after slavery was denounced. We are still enslaved in our own minds because they have given us the poison and we just keep eating it.
Yep. We got to stop. As of today.
We have to stop. When are you going to stop? Do you feel free? If you don't feel free, make a change.
Yes.
Start doing something new.
Yes.
We are never going to be free if we keep taking the scraps that they give to us.
Yes.
Start a new thing.
Start anew.
We are powerful beyond measure.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I believe in us. I love us. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
This was amazing. I'm so glad that we had this talk. I'm sure that there is so much more that we can learn. Please, please, please. If there's more things, more knowledge that you can gift us, please do share it with us. Drop it in the comments. We would love to hear from you. But this was
people, your black businesses, people we can support, and we can shout them out on the podcast.
Yes.
Send us in our email. You can hit us up on our socials. All the things, they'll be right here on this screen. Check us out. Follow us. Subscribe. Do all the things.
All the things.
And send us the information.
We want to see you back here. We love you guys. We are doing this because we love you guys. Yes. And we want for you to join us to listen. And hopefully we can share something with you that can uplift you and motivate you. And you can do the same for us. That's why we are here. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening in. We'll be back. That concludes our first episode. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you for joining us today. Please like, comment, and share. Let us know what things you'd like to hear from us in the future. If there are any topics you'd like to discuss, etc., be on the lookout for our subscriber-only events coming soon. And join us next Wednesday when we'll be discussing whether you're showing up as your authentic self. We love you guys. This was amazing. You got through it?
Awesome! You did it, girl! We did it!
We did it. We rocked it out.
Yes.
Thank you so much for seeing my vision, Portia, and joining and making it come to life. Love you so much, my sister girl.
Love you too, girl. We hit it. Yes. See
It's a party. It's a party.
Hey, it's the after party. Hey, it's the after party. Hey.
Hey.
Bye, y'all. Check us out on
Bye-bye.
TikTok every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Come see us.
Eastern.
Bye.